I have started the recording. I have a lot of name for today's presentation. So then we will start with you, Rahul, and then we will go in order of raised hands. So, are you from which group, Rahul?
Java developer group, sir.
Okay, Rahul Kumar from Java group.
Yes, sir.
And which batch?
16 Fab, sir.
Okay, then you can start your presentation now.
Yes, sir.
I will just allow the screen recording. Yeah, now
Sir,
please.
I'm not able to screen sharing.
Yes, now you can do it. Akshay, if your name was not called, you have presentation, then you can still raise your hand. All of you can raise your hand if your name is still not called or you have your presentation. Just raise your hand. I may have missed some name because some names are repeating. So you
Sir,
can
now,
still
sir,
raise your hand.
my screen is visible, sir.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Wait, I will just mute everyone. I will only let you speak. Yes, Rahul. Please start with the presentation.
Greetings to all. My name is Rahul Kumar, and my project name is DRDO Cryptography and Cryptanalysis Project, and task name is Implement Cipher in Java. So now comes to my next slide, which is flow of our presentation. In this, first of all discuss about introduction Cipher, and second was this terminology of Cipher, and third step is approach to solve this problem and implementation the code of in Java, and lastly we discuss about output of the console. So next slide is introduction of Cipher. The Cipher is a technique to one second, sir. Cipher is a technique to encrypt. Cipher is an encryption technique that is named after Julius Caesar, who is believed to have used it to communicate with the military generals. The Cipher involves shifting each letter in the plain text message by certain number of the position in the alphabet. For example, shifting value is 3. Then the letter A will be replaced D, and B is replaced E, D replaces F, so as it is. If a shifting letter is 4, so A is replaced E and B is replaced F, so as it is on. So now next slide is our terminology of Caesar cipher. There are 5 terminology: encryption, decryption, plain text, ciphertext, and shift. So first of all, we discuss about encryption. Encryption is a process of the changing of given text or message to an encoded form using any encryption algorithms, so that cannot be read normally and can only accessed by the authorized user. And decryption is the process of the converting the encoded or encrypted message back to its original form in some algorithm. Applying the same method can decrypt the encode message to its original form. Now come to the plain text. The original message which needs to be sent to the end user. It may or may not be formatted. And ciphertext, the resulting message formed when an encryption algorithm is applied on the plain text. Shift is an integer between 0 to 25, which can tell us how many shift will be applied on character. This is the approach to solve our problem, encryption. In encryption, a given message will be transformed into the another format message. To user to the Cipher technique, a shift will be gives to us which we applied to encrypt our message. Let's example, suppose shift value is 3. So starting A, if we want to add alphabet A plus 3, so comes D, and B plus alphabet V shift value is 3 comes to E, so as it is on. Decryption method. Now we will process the Caesar message which we encrypt by Caesar cipher to break it down to its original message from. There will be shift key given using which we can shift each character back to get the original message. Suppose the encrypted text is CDEF and 2 is the shift key value. Shift key value is 2. So C is converted into A, D is converted into B, E is converted into C, F is converted into D. The means our original message is ABCD. This is our implementation code. So comes my into IDE. In this, first of all, we make a package. Package name is limited.hackveda. We import a Java util scanner to get input from the user. This is a class Cipher. In this class, we have made 3 methods. First method is encrypt, and second method is decrypt, and last method is main method. So let's first of all discuss. We create an object of a scanner class, which name object reference name is KV, and we take input from the user and store in message string message object, and then enter, then we take input of shift value from the user and store in shift variable. Then we pass encrypt function, and encrypt function is here. This is our encrypt function. In this function, first of all, we create a string builder reference, and we in this function, first of all, create a for loop. We check the I is text message or length, I is less than text length, and check character text character is a space or not. If a space is available, then continue again. If a space is not available, then go to if condition again and check the it is uppercase alphabet or not. If it is uppercase alphabet, then comes inside if loop, if body. Then check int text caret and plus shift 65. It is a approach to solve the cipher. After that result is append in ch. Now our code is encrypt. Then how to decrypt this message? Then we use this method to decrypt our message. So I run my code. Suppose I enter text ABCD, and enter key value is enter. I have 3. The encrypted message is DEFG and decrypted message is ABCD. It is our output console. So thank you for listening me. Thanks again.
To carry you done. Hello, Rahul.
Yes, sir.
Are you done, or do you get muted?
What, sir? Your voice is not clearly, sir.
Did you get muted, or are you done with your presentation?
Done, sir.
Okay. Okay, so it was an okay presentation. Then the thing is, your explanation was not quite understandable. Okay, but the content is good in your presentation. If someone like read your presentation, it is easily understandable, but there is too much text in your presentation. Okay, from next time onward, what you can do is try to reduce the content in your presentation and replace it with like diagram or flowcharts. Okay, the
Okay, sir.
example was hard to understand because it was like, lot of text. Okay, if you
Okay,
have
sir.
a diagram or a flow chart, then it will be easily understandable. Okay, people can just read it and understand what is going on. Okay, Cipher is like not that hard. It is really easy algorithm. Okay, it is easy to understand if you like put a diagram to make it easy. Okay, but you had like lot of text A to E to B. That was really confusing. Other than that, it was good. And also you need to work on your conclusion. Okay, the conclusion was not quite good. You should have just given a small recap and that would have been done. There was a demonstration, that was a good thing. Demonstration actually made it easy to understand what is going on. Okay, you had
Okay, sir.
code and everything, your mic was good, your also camera and internet was also good. Overall it was an okay presentation, but focus on your presentation skills. There are a lot of room for improvement. Next time you will be like really good. Okay,
Okay, sir.
you were also nervous, don't try to be nervous from next time. Right.
Okay,
Other
sir.
than that, it was good.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you for your
Thank you,
presentation.
sir.
Yes. So next is Vinay BA. You can lower your hand.
Good morning. Good evening, sir.
Yes, very good evening. Are you from which group?
Sir, Python developer.
You are from Python and which batch?
February 1st.
First. Okay, start with your presentation now.
Okay. That's my screen is visible, sir.
Yes, your screen is visible. You can start.
Good evening, sir. My name is Vinay BA. I am from Mysore. I am currently pursuing engineering at NIE with a specialization of information science and engineering. My presentation title is Develop the Hackveda Business Operations Script in Python. My task name is Google Clever for digital marketing and sending the email using the SNTP. So this is the content. This is the content of the Google Clever for digital marketing. What is the first content is Google Clever, and second one is implementation with code, and third one is working of the Google Clever, use of the Clever. Okay. The when the search engine sends the boot message, your website to read the web pages is known as the Google Crawler. Google Crawler is automatically discovers and scans the website. Then the program is used to search engine to scan the website and understand the content and create the list of the website. The Google Mains and Crawler is also called the Google Bot and Spiders. So basically, Google Clever is search the all the content of the web pages. Whatever the content on the particular website, it will search each and every slide and store the one of the file format is known as the Google Clever. Then why does it? The most relevant and best pages are selected to be at the top based on the user performance, user reviews. It will be user reviews. It will be selected by the star. The highest review it will be present in the top of the screen. Then internet as the wide expense and huge data will be stored on the internet. Finding the relative information it requires an effective mechanism. Crawler is provide the scope of the search engine. Then these are the some of the steps to start the Google implementation of the Google Clever. So install the required libraries. So that is request and beautiful soap and pandas. Request means to make the HTTP request to the website. Is no we want to use the request. Then beautiful soap is to pass the HTML and extract the relative information by using the beautiful soap. And pandas. Pandas will store and manipulate the data in the tabular format by using the pandas. Then you can, if you want to use using the pip library. Pip means package install in Python. By using the package install in Python, you install all these things. Then second one is choose the website to craft. To determine which website you want to craft and what information you want to gather by using the website information to craft the website data. Then write the crawler. Then write the Python script that will be what are write the Python script. What are the code that will be write by using of the code, it will craft the particular website. Then automate the crawler to run periodically. Use a tool like cron and unique based system. Then analyze the data. This analyze the data. Once you have collect the data, you can analyze the data by giving, you can compete the target audience and industry trade. It will be collect the data and then analyze by using the specialization of the information. Then this is the code. Then this is the code that I done. Then this is the import some, I already told that import request and base BS, this is a beautiful soap, and import some pandas. And this is the URL. This website I craft, that is the Flipkart website. Then send a request, send a get request to do the URL. Then the is using response equal to request dot get by URL by using the HTML parser. Pass the HTML content of the page. Soap is equal to beautiful soap respond dot content HTML parser. It first it will go to the HTML parser, then fetch the all the information by using this ID. Then it extract the information. You need, then this one is the link. It will for loop by using of the reference of the link. It gather the information. For extract the information, you need from the HTML using the beautiful soap from the example to get of the link of the page. Then store the all the links on the particular date, all particular data in one link by using of the pandas. It's the link.csv file. Then I already done one file, that link.csv. That file, it contain all the information of flipkart.com. You can see this slide. Then working of the crawler. The crawler is begins with one or more URL that contains a seed of data. Seed of data means set of data. The crawler is begins with one or more URL that contains the seed of data. It picks a URL from a seed. It picks a URL from a seed of data, then fetch the web page at the URL. The fetched web page is parsed and extract the both text and hyperlink. When the URL is fetched, it go to the that website link. Then by using the HTML parser, that all information will collect and send and store the one file to extract the URL and add it to the visited URL. Then this is the conclusion. Although the Google bot and Google's main crawler is guided by the complex algorithm. Complex algorithm means we want to develop some GPS navigation system. We use some complex algorithm. You may still navigate its behavior to make it adventurous to your website. Furthermore, the majority of the crawler process optimization. Each stages of the web pages we can optimization state are similar to those we are all familiar within the normal SEO, search engine optimization. Then another one is sending the email by using the SMTP. SMTP means implement transfer protocol. Formal protocol that is defined by the MTA client and server. It is internet is called as the SMTP. SMTP provide set of communication guidelines that allow to transfer the mail over the internet. by sending the email by using the SMTP protocol is very important by communicating one mail to another mail by using of the SMTP protocol. The main responsibility is setting up to communication rule between the server. It worked as the application layer. In OSI model, 7 layers are there. Application, it works on application layer. Then it also use the TCP. TCP means transmission control protocol. It's also used as the means TCP is a 4 layer. It also work on TCP is also belong application layer is also belongs to TCP. It also work on TCP. It also the TCP means connection oriented protocol. It used to push the protocol means we want to send the data. Now it's called push the protocol. Then some of the components of SMTP, this user agent and mail submission agent, mail transfer agent, mail delivery agent. Then this is the working of the SMTP. Is the sender and is the sender mail server, is the internet and receiver's mail server and receiver. By sender is sending the mail by using the receiver ID, it will go to the first sender's mail server. Then sender's mail server is fetched by using the internet. It will send the receiver's mail server. Then SMTP is worked only the sender to receiver mail server. Then receiver mail server which will be fetched. It will be sent the receiver by using the IMAP or POP. POP is post office protocol. The SMTP is normally work as an example like post office method. When we want to send the post like one source to another destination, like this SMTP will be work. Then composition of mail. Composition of mail is body and header. We already see when we want to send the mail, the two structure is like body and header. Body will contain the all information and header it contain the what are the message will be print. The header will be contain the message information. Then delivery of the mail, email address contain the two parts. First one, username of the recipient and domain name. If the domain name is different, then MSA will send the mail to the MTA. The MTA will find the target domain. What is the receiver domain? In MX record data, MTA is connect to exchange the server to relay messages. Then this is the code part. Then import the code is import the SMTP libraries. Then sends the SM email parameter by using the this is the recipient email ID, this is the sender email ID. Then is the subject. What's the subject? It's test email, and this is the body. The test. This is the body part. This connects to the Google to the SMT by using this is the SMTP protocol port number 587. By using this code, we connect to the Google to SMTP. Then login use the Google account. This is the sender sender email account. This is the Anand Vinay. This is the sender email account. This is not the original password. This is a dummy password. Is provided by the Google Gmail. Then by using this username and password, is log into the server. Then compose the email by you compose the email messages. Then sends to the email by using particular recipient. Then close the connection. Then it will easily send the recipient email. Then conclusion, SMTP provides the easiest solution to send the email and messages to people all in the world. By using the SMTP to send the all messages by everywhere in the location. Bulk email is possible only via the SMTP mail. Bulk email will be sends the larger message. When you want to send the too many of people, it will easily send the SMTP server. It's possible, and it is one of the most money-friendly means of sending out of email to the vast number of the people at a time. This is the conclusion. And thank you. My presentation done, sir.
Are you done with your presentation?
Yes, sir.
You didn't show the output for this one, SMTP,
Yes, sir. I will show,
where
sir.
you have received the email.
Sir,
Send the mail through SMTP, right? You must have received it. I believe you forgot to add it in the PPT.
Sir, I already shown, sir.
That was the code, right?
Sir,
You must
yes,
have
sir.
received it in mailbox.
Sir, I will show. I will show.
You, yeah, please. You should have added that in the PPT at the end as out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Okay, so other than that, it was completely fine. I believe you have given a presentation beforehand.
Yes,
It was
yes.
not scheduled. You accidentally given it, right?
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
okay, that is completely fine. So as I said last time, it was a great presentation. Your explanation is really good. The content is good. The way you explained that was also good. And I believe again it was two topics today. I hope that you have been scheduled for two topics, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
because
it's not two. Sir, it's task. It's not two tasks. Two topics, sir. It's only one topic, sir.
last time you, I believe, asked ma'am for scheduling you for two topics, right?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyway, so you have given it. So we will mark it for this. Uh, like I have given you your review in last meeting. It was good. I believe there was not much changes from last time. Other than that, like it was better this time. From last time, your explanation was really better. Last time you got nervous for like some point, but it was really good. Okay.
Yes, sir. Oh, sir.
Yeah. Other than that, it was really good.
Okay, sir.
You should have like, just added the output as a demo in the demo.
Okay.
Okay. Other than that,
Thank
it
you.
was good.
Thank you,
Uh,
sir.
so where is the inbox mail? You were showing it.
Sir, like, wait, sir.
Show it, then we will consider it this task as done.
Yes, sir. I will show.
You can stop the screen if you are like inputting your credential. Other than that, okay, you have received it. I can see test mail.
Sir, see, sir.
Yeah, second one.
Sir, second one. Anand Vinay.
Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Okay, great presentation then.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. You can lower your hand. Then I will go to next person for the presentation.
Okay, sir. Can I log out, sir?
Yes, you can.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so next we have Mahendra Jangid.
Am I visible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Good evening, sir, and good evening all. My presentation about is security frameworks. I will share the screen. Is it visible, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Security frameworks. Security frameworks are like, sorry, I forgot to introduce. My name is Mahendra Jangid. I am from Aurangabad, Maharashtra. I'm currently studying two courses. It's networking, in computer networking, and cybersecurity. And this is about cybersecurity. The presentation is on cybersecurity frameworks. It's not framework, it's frameworks. Many got confused with framework. It's not framework, it's frameworks. This is the first page. Yeah. What is cybersecurity framework? Cybersecurity framework is a way of working of a company. It's not about software related or hardware related. It's about how the company works and how they manage the data and secure the data of a customer or consumers, or you can say partners and everybody from other companies, like their confidential private data, how they secure. And frameworks means there are more than 25 frameworks, and there are main three types: control, risk, and here are the three frameworks: control framework, program framework, and risk framework. Importance of framework are mostly used for secure our data digitally. to hide our digital traces, which we give, like when we log in Gmail, shares and saves our data, the mails we receive, the data we send, like pictures and whatever we share, what messages we share, mails, and whatever the credentials we share. Google saves everything in their database. To protect that, Google have to take some precautions and some steps. So that where framework comes. There are more than 25 frameworks, and I have briefing on 3: ISO 27001, SOC 2, and HIPAA. Every framework works for a different, you can say, industry or organization. But ISO 7001 framework can be used in any industry, whether it's pharmaceutical, IT, or you can say industrial. If they have a digital system, they can get this certificate. And a framework is not something, it's a like certificate for a company. So the after some time, government, or you can say it's a private sector, someone will come from there and they will certify the company that the company is doing everything they can do in their hands to protect the data of a consumer. It's mostly established in 1986 when hacking took the part in the world, where everybody was new to computers. But some people even realize that people are sharing their personal information on internet. So over internet, there need to be some protection for the data. Like we have for public protection, we have police. But online police can't chase. So they have frameworks and security systems. ISO 7 can use be, and it is mostly established by USA ISO. And ISO certified is the most valued certification right now in frameworks industry. And it is the, you can say, the higher one. It comes in top 7 and it's on first place. ISO main depends upon various factors. It can be used for establishment of businesses, what the organization needs, their security requirements, to manage internal and external processes, organization, industries, and it totally depends upon the size of the industry which we are dealing with. Standards, as I told you, it can be used in any industry. So you can say it have more than 97 standards. ISO mostly focuses on protection of company and confidential data. And payment gateways are mostly used ISO 72700 framework because it's the most secure one and most updated one, and it can be updated anytime, anywhere. And ISO 7 controls 30% of the company's main, you can say, source of data, like managing the data. They will, even if somebody made a single payment, they saves everything of that and double verifies it so that it doesn't get leaked. And even they send packages back for a security precaution if is there any leak in the data or not. And it's the most cost reduced, you can say, which a medium-sized industry can afford it very easily. The 6 benefits, main benefits of it has growing new clients. As I told you, it's cost efficient, so anybody can manage their and secure their agencies. And mostly it is accepted by every country on earth. There is no country that says no, we can't accept this certification. Every country accepts this certification. Goals and legals and regulatory requirements are mandatory. They have to go through their particular, you can say, set of instructions to get this certification. Reputation, it has a great reputation. In a security posture, as I told you already, it's the best secure right now. Controls, intervention, what they do. Culture of continuous improvement. They continue find new ways to secure the data however they can, so that hackers and cyber criminals cannot get our data. And deployment of quality brand. They deploy their best engineers or best you can say machineries to protect that. Of course, and it's already said everybody can hire. This is the flow chart of how it works. Of frameworks, after some time of company establishment, if the company wants to go or grow bigger, then they go for the ISO certification. First, the company will auditable standard. They will see what the company is doing. Then they will make two parts: mandatory processes, which are mandatory to do that by them, like context of organization, what the organization does, leadership, who is the leader, what are their planning, supports, what the operation team does, performance, their performance of their equipments, means how fast is their servers, or you can say now, if sometimes we get an error in payment, it takes around 7 to 8 days to retrieve, but now it reduced to, nowadays it reduced to 2 to 3 days. And as I can show in recent hour, we can take our refund in within 24 hours. So it's, they maintain that speed. To maintain that speed, they involve their performance every time and look over there. And ISMS is Information Security Management System. Here it is, full form of ISMS. They provide everything to improve the communication, connection between consumer and company customer case, and everything. And the second is control objects. This is the things that they control. ISO certification officers control, mainly they have that control in their hands. They don't give it these controls to the company, so that any leader, not even the owner of the company, can control this, like domains, website domains, portals from which payments are made, and objects. They control payment, every payment or confidential information objects, gateways, you can say, where they receive the information, and other controls, these are which are very mandatory to protect the information of a consumer. Even the company doesn't have our information if we share anything. They directly goes to this certification company if they are certified. And the second framework is SOC 2. It's type 2, which is I think got invented in 2007, introduced in 2007. Service organization control, it's its full form, SOC2. It's mostly used by organization, not by companies, organizations. The frame, you can say the working of all frameworks are same, just the criteria of minimum or a maximum requirement, or a size of company, or industry type. And like I told you, ISO can work in any industry. SOC can work only with organizations which have you can say which have payment portals of confidentiality, like which shares information. We share our if we share our banking information with the organization, then they have to certify for SOC framework. Until that, they cannot get their own gateway of payments and money transfer. Same, it audits overall security outlooks and whatever they have in their company, and what precautions should be taken. Mostly 70% of all frameworks are same. Just minor changes are industries and their control work. For security, what they do, system, they make sure that they have the latest frameworks, latest softwares, latest hardware to control and control, or to control the flow of data and leak, so that data don't get in the wrong hands. Availability means the data should be, or the website should be available whenever the customer or consumer needs it, so that like sometimes we get a error 404, site down, slow website. So they make sure that the data and the website is available 24 hours without any interruption or slowing down. Processing integrity, after registering a complaint, how fast it can be processed within the company. They make sure that like a company gives us, sir, your problem will be solved in 48 hours. So they make sure that the processing integrity makes sure that the problem is solved within 48 hours or before that, so that the customer shouldn't waste more time talking to person or registering for a new complaint. Confidentiality, data leak. They handle data so efficiently that it doesn't get leaked. Even as I told you, the company didn't get that. It will be shared on the framework software server. Servers are you can say servers are owned by company, but even the company without government authorization cannot see the data of consumers. Here is the main, as I told you already, main five parts of the company, which associative works on security, processing integrity, privacy, confidentiality, and availability. These are the main pillars of the SOC 2 framework. Which organizations uses SOC from? Technology and SaaS. SaaS is a cloud computing, where we share our data, we share exchange data. Healthcare, even hospitals and that too can get SOC 2 framework. Financial and banking, crypto, and education. Only organizations, not private banks. Organization banks, or you can say funding, where funding goes. Not we can save, or only we can fund. Flow chart of how a company works, same here also, no changes. And the last one is HIPAA. HIPAA framework is only used in medical field and pharmaceutical field. It has no use in other field. Even the full form says Health Insurance Probability and Accountability Act. This certificate cannot be used in any other field. It's only used in medical by doctors, hospitals, pharmaceuticals, pharmas, drug, you can say drug pharmaceuticals, authorized one, not that which Roman states. Processing of EMI is same. How the company works, and then what precautions are they taking. And HIPAA can only be certified if the hospital or company have a digital system, which or they share data, like personal health, which cannot be shared by others. Goals of HIPAA: security of electronic records. As I told you, it can only be achieved if a company or organization have a electronic record saving system, like a server or a computer. Privacy of if somebody have some illness, or only the family person or the guardian, which was, you can say, which have documentation work related with the patient, can have their information, no other than that. Administration information, how the works, how it is administrated, how persons handle that information. Only doctors and patients can have that information over their systems. And insurance, like insurance probability means the insurance which is covered by the insurance companies. They also have our health certificates and other health related issues, so that can only be shared with them only. HIPAA is mostly used by, as I told you, nursing homes, psychologists, cryptopractors, pharmacies, dentists, and doctors. Only health related organizations and industries can get ISO certified. That's also from my side. This is the actually flow chart. It's a little different. HIPAA frameworks. Then HIPAA checks the assessment. Actually, sorry, I think, yeah, spelling is assessment. It's assessment of all units like ambulance, and even ambulance have GPS. So it's very important to secure the GPS information also, like where it went, from whom, where it picked the patient, because they also have their home addresses and everything. Questionnaire means they ask the questions, they save it in the system, and no other can have. Then legal views, like police cases, other things. Scope, does the company will get certified or not? If not, then they have to again go through the process. If they get certified, then they go to identify correct actions, execute. Then the risk allotments, warnings, analysis, what will be the risk if the patient dies or everything, and the report. And then again it goes to starting. Means the whole system works on one route only. And that's it, sir, from my side. Actually, it was just a research presentation. What you can learn from frameworks and what are they.
Okay.
If anybody have question, they can ask.
Okay, so as you said, if you have question, you can put it in the chat box, or you can give a different reaction if you have any questions. By the time I will go to the review of your presentation. So it was a great presentation. Okay, explanation was really good. From the last time that you had a presentation, your presentation skills have gone better. Okay, it is a positive improvement, but there is a problem. The thing is, when you are making a presentation where you are giving a introduction to some kind of frameworks, okay, or you are making a distinguish between some kind of framework. Was it correct? What was your main task? Was it to give a difference between the framework or to do
Research on frameworks.
Okay. Uh, okay, so it was to research on framework. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the thing is, in this matter of fact, like in this presentation, you have to have too much text, because that is a factual data that you have to present to your viewers, but it doesn't look good in a presentation point of view. Okay, what I mean to say is, in your presentation there was too much text. Okay, but there was also flowchart and mind map, which in the mind map, I believe in the first framework, that ISO framework, you had a mind map. There was lot of text, but the mind map made it look good. Okay, so from next time onward, when you have this kind of presentation you are making, make sure that you have as less text as possible, but you are also conveying the facts that you would like to tell the users. Okay, for that you can use some kind of thing like text summarization. Okay, because in your presentation there was lot and lot of text, it was looking lot of bloatware. Okay, but that text needed to be showed to the viewers, because it was a research topic, you had a research done, and it was a
Sir,
factual data. Okay,
actually,
so
when I first created my PPT, it was around of 72 pages.
yeah, that is what
So
I'm saying. The thing is, when you
because
are reviewing something,
frameworks
you
are
get
too
lot
lengthy
of,
to read.
yeah, yes, that is the problem. But when you have this kind of thing, there are in the market there are new things that are called like text summarization.
Okay.
Text summarization. So when you have lot of text, you can just put it in the the text summarization. It
Yeah.
will give you a point wise,
Short answer
yeah,
for that.
sorted and in the
But it will
point
be
wise.
meaningful.
Yeah, it will be meaningful, it will convey your thing, and when you will explain it, it will make sense. Okay, so from next time when you are making this kind of presentation, that is a good thing. But yes, it is important to have some kind of text, because your main task was to do a research and convey
Research.
like what it was. Okay, and the thing is, your topic was a framework and certification, this thing, so you have to have this kind of a thing. But again, you should have tried to have some less text, because it looked really bloatware. But other than that, it was really good. And in the next framework, I believe you had the same flow chart. Okay, so you
Actually,
said
sir, the
it
both
is
companies work
same.
on the same.
Yeah, yes, yes. But when you are explaining it, don't say like it is actually same as before. Okay, like have a simple distinguish. Like in previous one, we saw this is the thing, and in this also we have this thing. Okay, but in the next thing, you can like skip some points. Okay, don't like explain it too detail like you did for the first flowchart. But from the next time, just give a small recap. But make
Okay.
sure that you give a recap. Okay, so that
Yes.
people will have a better understanding of it, because there is clearly a distinguish between that. You said IOC is a worldwide, anyone can, but the
Yes.
next one is only for the company. Okay,
Yes.
so
Organization.
other than that, your explanation was really on point, it was easy to understand. But the only the text was there, but it we can't like change it, because we had to put the text. But you could have like played smartly by adding a text summarization to summarize the text. Other than that, it was a fantastic
Sir, I even thought of by looking at other people's, they have only of 3 pages PDF. I saw in Roller, so I thought I should shorten it to 4 pages. 1 page introduction, second for first framework, second and third, only 4 pages. Then when I read that, there will be no information available for the students, or you can say for
yeah, it
others
was
to see.
like not easy to understand. People
Yeah,
will
it will
still
be like
like
a rough
they have to
explanation.
go
They will
to
not get in
internet
detail.
and look at it, what is it.
Yeah.
But it was good. because I looked at your PPT and I understood what is going on. Okay, so it was good. Other than that, that was a really, really good presentation. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
So now I will move to next person. So next is Rahel Ukirde. I'm sorry for your name pronunciation.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, sir. My name is Rahel Ukirde, and I'm from Java Developers Group from 16 February batch. And the name of my project is DRDO Cryptography and Cryptanalysis Project. And the name of my task is See the Cipher in Java. So the contents of this presentation are introduction to Caesar cipher. Second is implementation of Caesar cipher. Third one is the main part of Caesar cipher, that is encryption and decryption. Fourth is algorithm to implement Caesar cipher, and fifth is advantages of implementing Caesar cipher in Java. So first we'll understand what is Caesar cipher. So Caesar cipher is one of the simplest methods or techniques of encryption. It is basically a type of substitution cipher, which means each letter of a given text is replaced by a letter with a other number of positions down the alphabet. So it is one of the oldest types of ciphers, and it is based on the simplest monoalphabetic cipher. It was Julius Caesar who used this cipher technique to communicate with his officers. So this is the reason why this cipher technique is known as Caesar cipher. So now we'll see implementation of Caesar cipher. So to cipher a text, first we need an integer value. This integer value will be the value for the shift variable. So the shift variable indicates the number of positions each letter of the text has been moved down. That is, if the letter, we have a character A and we have the value of shift as 1, so the character will be replaced by B because the value of shift is 1. So as we have seen the example, also the encryption here is represented using modular arithmetic. So here the letters will be transformed into numbers. So we can see the scheme here, that is A will be equal to 0, B is equal to 1 till Z is equal to 25. We'll see the major parts of Caesar cipher. That is, first part is encryption and second part is decryption. So encryption is where a text will be transformed into another formatted text using Caesar cipher. So Caesar cipher can be applied using the shift keyword. So for example, if we have a text and the value of shift is 3, then each character of a message will be shifted to the next third character. Here we can see example that A will be replaced by D, B will be replaced by B, and B will be replaced by A will be replaced by D and B will be replaced by E, and so on. We can here see the formula, or we can see the equation which is used to encrypt the text in the program. Here X means the character which is to be encrypted, and N is the shift, the variable shift. And here also in this equation we use a modular division to do the encryption. After encryption, what we have to do is decryption. Decryption is we'll change the encrypted text into decryption, that is the original form, the original message which was encrypted earlier. And here, for example, we can see we have C, D, E, F as an example, and we have shift value as 2. So it is replaced by A, and D is replaced by B, E is replaced by C, and similarly F is replaced by D. So here is the So here it is changed into the original message, and here also we have a equation for that, and the equation is this, and using this equation only the encrypted message will be changed into original message. So here is the algorithm to implement Caesar cipher. These are the following steps of the algorithm. First, we need to take an input string from the user, which is to be encrypted. Then we need to take the value for shift, which will be an integer value. After that, we will traverse the input string one character at a time. After that, depending on the encryption and decryption, we transform each character as per the rule, and after that it will generate the new string, that is the encrypted string. So we'll just see the program. So here is the program. Here we have firstly declared a class, that is Cipher, and then we have taken a final variable, that is this alphabet, and after that we have two main methods here, that is encrypt data, and the other method is decrypt data. So in this method, we see that the text is converted into encrypted format, and after that we just saw the formula here. This is, that is the equation. Through this, it will change the text into encrypted data. After that, after encryption, it will again uh, um, decrypt the message using this formula. Also, we have the main method where we have asked the user to input the string, and after that we have also created an object here. So after that it will display the encrypted data as well as decrypted data. So I will just run the program. So here we have inputted the string, and now we have to enter the value of the shift. So I am entering the value of shift as 3, and we get the encrypted data as well as decrypted data. So this is how the it is implemented in Java, and now we'll see the advantages of implementing Caesar cipher in Java. So it is very easy to implement, as we have seen. We only need the variable shift to encrypt the message into encrypted data or the cipher text. The second advantage is this method is the simplest method of cryptology, and only one short key is used in this entire process. Fourth is, if a system does not use complex coding techniques, it is the best method for it, and also only few computing resources are required to implement Caesar cipher, and it can be easily executed. So in this presentation we have seen introduction to Caesar cipher. We have also seen implementation of it, and also we have seen algorithm of Caesar cipher, and the execution of the code, and also the advantages. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Are you done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so overall it was a good presentation. It was okay, but again the thing is Caesar cipher is a really common for the presentation. So what are the chances that two people will not have same content? Some of your slide, I felt like I have already seen them. Okay. When I say like encryption versus decryption, that slide, although like your design was really good, it looked like, like different from others. It was good to see, but again, you could have added a flow chart. That would have been like, really good. Like your design was good. It was like side by side view for the encryption and decryption. It was easy to understand because we could like see side by side what is going on. If there was a flow chart, it would be like really great to understand like how the encryption going on in a flowchart, how the decryption is going on. The intro slide, it looked like I have already seen it, but again, I said this is a common topic. There are chances that some people will have the same content. We can't do anything. You had some other things like algorithm and this, they are not in others PPT, but it was in yours, and it was really good content. It was easy to understand. There was a proper demo. You followed all the proper code of conduct. The internet, camera, and mic, everything was perfect. Okay, overall it was yeah, it was great. Okay, from next time when you have like this kind of explanation algorithm something, try to like include flow charts and diagrams. Okay,
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
other than, yeah, other than that, it was good. So I will now move to next person. Okay, so next person is Priya Kumari.
Am I visible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Good morning. Greetings to everyone.
Are you joining from multiple accounts?
Yes, sir.
Is
Two.
uh, is there anything problem with your account or something?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because I can't see your camera, but if I scroll, I can see your camera, but your mic is
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Wait, I will just turn off my camera, then your camera will be visible. Yeah, please start with the intro.
Yes, sir. Greetings to everyone. And my project name is DRDO Cryptography and Crypto Analysis Project, and task name is Implement Serial Cipher in Java. And sorry, sir. Firstly, my name is Priya Kumari, and uh, I'm I am Java developer group, and I'm 16 Feb. And my project name is GRDO Cryptography and Crypto Analysis Project, and task name Implement Caesar Cipher in Java. Next slide is the problem, Introduction Caesar Cipher, terminology and approach to solve this problem, implementation, the code in Java, and output console. And next slide, Introduction Caesar Cipher. The Caesar Cipher, also known as the shift cipher, is a simple and essential encryption technique that is named after Julius Caesar, who is believed to have used it to communicate with his military generals. The Caesar cipher involves shifting each letter in plaintext messages by a certain number of positions in the alphabet. For example, if the shift value is 3, then the letter A would be replaced by D and B by replacing E, and so on. And plain text, here is plain text and ciphertext. Now next slide, terminology, encryption. The process of changing a given text or message to an encoded format using any encryption algorithm so that it cannot be read normally and can only be accessed by unauthorized user. Decryption is the process of converting the encoded or encrypted message back to its original form. In some algorithm, applying the same method can decrypt the encoded message to its original form. And plain text, the original message which need to be sent to the end user. It may or may not be formatted. Ciphertext, the resulting message formed when an encryption algorithm is applied on the plain text. Shift means integer between 0 and 25, which can tell us how many shift will be applied on a character. Now, next slide. This is a approach to solve this problem. and this formula in an encryption phase. Now next slide is approach to solve this problem. Decryption. Now we'll process the cipher message which encrypted by Caesar cipher to break it down its original message, like C converted in to A, and D converted to B, and E converted to C, and F converted to D. That's our original form message is ABCD, and decryption formula is here. Now next slide is sorry. Implementation the code in Java. So can I run?
Sorry, what?
Sir, can I run this code?
Yeah, you have to give the demo.
So like E converted into encrypted message in D.
Your sorry to interrupt. Your demo screen is not visible. I can only see the PPT.
So
Reshare your screen.
sir, now it's visible.
Yes, it is visible. Continue.
So like enter string ABCD, then enter key is 3. So encrypted message is converted A to D, and B converted to E, and C converted to F, and D converted to G, and decryption message is A and B, C, D, and again. So firstly, sir, there are 3 methods: encrypted method, and sir, decrypted second decrypted method. Then third is main method. So there is output console. Thank you, sir. It's all about my presentation.
Okay. So your presentation, it looked like you were quite nervous, but there is actually like quite room for improvement. Your explanation was not that good. Okay, it was okay for being your first presentation. It was really good. Okay, but your overall PPT, it is just a generic white screen. There is like there can be a lot of formatting done. Okay, your content is good. The PPT has a good content, but it is not formatted correctly. Okay, and as I said previously, for the Caesar cipher, it would be really good if you have like proper diagrams to explain. Okay, and for some of your explanation, I believe you just scripted it. You said that this is the algorithm and this is how you, but you don't do that. Okay, give a proper explanation on the algorithm. Okay, and the conclusion was also not there. You, I believe, forgot to give the conclusion. Other than that, your demo was there. It was okay. Other than that, it was okay presentation. There is quite room for improvement. Hopefully you will have improve in next time. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you,
it
sir.
was okay. So now I will move to next person. Okay, so next is Sai Teja.
So what do you say?
Yes, very good evening.
Is my screen is visible, sir?
It is loading. Yeah, now it is visible.
Good evening, everyone. This is Teja. I am from 1st of February batch. 1st February batch. I am from Java development. My task is about Caesar implementation of Caesar Cipher in JavaScript. Now I'm going through the what is Caesar Cipher and what is encryption and decryption. Caesar Cipher is one of the substitution cipher which is used to generally convert the plain text in encrypted or decrypted form. Now here given in the image, by using Caesar Cipher, we converted A to C, T to V, and T to V, and D to F. So how is changing? What is encryption? What is decryption? In the next slide, we are going through that. Encryption is converting the plain text in the plain text in the cipher text, like changing the alphabet in a given key value. For not unable to use the third party for security purpose. After we converting the plain text, how the second party going to understand the complicated cipher text by using the decryption. By using the decryption, the cipher text is converted into plain text. Then the user is going to read it. Now, how is the flowchart of encryption and decryption? How the process going on? First, we are giving a plain text. When giving the plain text, the plain text converted to upper or lower category. Then after converting that, we are converting we are taking a single letter and converting into the cipher text. After, for example, I taken my name as Teja. First, the given letters converted to upper or lower letters. Then it divided into alphabetical and converting cipher text. After converting that, we continuously executing the loop. So each and full name is converted into cipher text. And this is a source code of encryption and decryption. I'm going through the demonstration of my code. Executed, and given the plain text of site my name and key value 13. After that, the execution process executed by a key value of 13. Means if I've taken a considered value alphabetical A, then after by adding 30 plus 13, the cipher text is executed. What is going in that code? And actually, I've given my name and key. First, in the code, if there is any alpha spaces, they're going to remove. Then they're converting into each text into upper and lower text. Then they by using the key value, the encryption and decryption process executed. These are the conclusion. My output given text, given plain text and key value, and encryption and decryption of my text. That's it. This is about Caesar Cipher. If any query you can ask. Thank you.
Okay, so I have one query. Can you go to your code?
Actually, it's a recorded part, sir.
No, the algorithmic code. You have a pseudo code, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this code, I can see that in shifted related there is plus a minus z minus 1. That is Rahel.
So actually, it is a if for example, if the letter is Z, after Z we cannot go any further. Place if we add with plus 13, so the loop will execute again from A, like circular. Given point here, the C execute after the return to the Z, like after Z continues to A. It means that the alphabet goes between A to Z only, not exceed after that. Because of that, we use this A to Z minus 7.
So go to your demo.
Okay.
Show the code here.
Actually, this is recorded, sir.
Yeah, that is completely fine. Okay, so the entire code is not there. Okay. See, the thing is, I believe for one of the presentation, I saw that the algorithm was different. That is why I told you to show it. Okay. I believe one of the present intern, I don't remember the name. Today, one of the intern, the code was different. So the difference was, she had like go to that pseudocode. Yeah, so in this shifted letter, there was plus 26 and like, sorry, plus 65. And then after bracket, there was modulo 26 and then my minus 20, minus 65 something. And then there was 91, 90, 91 something.
Actually, it is a numerical form of A and Z, sir.
Okay, because in one of the intern, I didn't see the 65 and 91. They only had modulo 65. So like, does it make any difference? Will it like
No,
give different, or if I just have modulo 65, I
no,
will
it is
just go with 65 or 95, because there is a priority in programming. We have like first the bracket will be solved, and then the what is after the bracket, and then the what is the modulo and like multiplication. So will it make any changes if we don't have that, or other than that, it's completely fine?
it's completely fine, sir. Actually, it is numerical form of A and B for execution. I mean, for writing of A and Z, we use the bracket of 96 minus.
So by following the ASCII format.
Yes, sir. Yeah, for one. Yes.
Okay, so it will not make any difference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just wanted to confirm that. Other than that, it was fine because I believe I don't think there is any problem, because a lot of people are having the same food, so it was fine. Other than that, see, the thing is, your presentation was really good. Okay, following the what the Caesar cipher is, you had like proper flow chart, proper explanation. Only thing I would like to point out is like your conclusion was also there, demonstration was there. You also had Q&A. You followed all the proper code of content. Only thing I would like to add is that work on the formatting part. Okay, your PPT is really well met. There is not like like other people, there is not too much text. It is just the right amount. There is proper diagram, flowchart, but the formatting is not good. Okay, it look like images are quite stretched. Okay, have proper formatting. Other than that, your PPT will look really good. Okay, like this is the best Caesar cipher PPT I have seen. Okay, and I believe your concepts are also clear. Okay, yeah, it was a
Sir,
great presentation. Yeah.
Actually, I have completed my task PPT. Can you review and before presentation, can you give me any suggestion about that? I will try and present.
Where have you uploaded it?
No, I didn't upload it, but I just want to know about your
You
reviews
can
about that.
upload it in the common board. I will send you the review in common board. Okay.
Okay.
It was a good presentation. Okay.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah. So I will now move to next person, that is Kumar Yadav.
So very good, good
Turn your
afternoon, good
cam on
evening,
first.
sir.
Turn your cam on first.
Sir, actually, I won't be able to join this meeting with my laptop. Actually, I'm facing some network issue. So can I attend this meeting from my phone?
It is
I can show
your
my
problem. Okay.
presentation.
Your your internet is really not good. I couldn't hear the last part. Can you come again?
Yeah, sir. Can you please repeat it?
Can you come again? I couldn't hear the last part. Your internet was lagging.
Sir, I am telling that I am facing some network issues, so I won't be able to join this meeting with my laptop. So I am attending this meeting with my phone. So can I present my presentation with my phone?
Yeah, go ahead. The thing is, it is your thing if you can't, but it is your choice, however you want to give it. I just want a good presentation. There are skills to give presentation for mobile. It will not look like, different from others, but it is up to you how you give it. You can go ahead.
Yes. So just a minute, I'm starting.
See, if you have like any kind of preparation to make, you can do it. I will just move to next person. You can come again after that person. Okay. Do your preparation. I will come to you later. So Akshay.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, very good evening.
Okay. Can I start?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. So, am I visible? My screen is visible?
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, so a very good evening to everyone. My name is Yashchandra Singh. This is my first task. I'm from 1st March intern batch of data engineering. So, so my first task is future location prediction. Okay. So this is the content of my PPT. First is task introduction, then goal about the data IQ, which is a data science studio, which I'm using in this for the task, the timeline, what I did in my days, algorithm which I use, the final output, the scope of this future location prediction, and the last conclusion. Okay, so this is my first task, as I already told you, and what I need to do, I need to develop a future location prediction system using data IQ, which is a data science studio. Okay, so I'll tell you about data IQ and later in the PPT. First, what is future location prediction? So future location prediction, it is a process of using data and algorithm to make educated guess about where someone and something is likely to be in the future. In this task, I used a given data set which was provided to me through mail for analyzing and prediction and future location prediction. This technique is often used in logistics and transportation. So the goal of my task. The task was given to me so that I can learn how tools like DSS, Data Science Studio, are used in industry to develop industrial machine learning applications. So now come to Data IQ. About Data IQ, Data IQ is a software company that provide a collaborative data science platform that allow organizations to build and deploy predictive model and machine learning algorithms. So this is the company's overview. What the Data IQ platform is. Data IQ platform includes features such as data preparation, tools, visual data analysis, machine learning models, and model deployment capabilities. So Data IQ's platform is used by a variety of industries, including health, retail, and manufacturing, to help organizations leverage their data asset to gain insight and improve decision making. So, so the task was provided to me on the 2nd March. This is my task timeline. So on the 3rd and 4th, I prepared my task, and on 5th, I completed my task. So what I did in this task is I need to predict what future location of the person is. So I use a few two algorithm for this. One is laser regression for the prediction of latitude of the person, and XGBoost for the prediction of longitude. Okay, so first I'll tell you about the algorithm, then we'll move forward to the implementation part. So what is lasso regression? Lasso regression, also known as L1 regularization, and the main idea behind the lasso regression is to find a set of regression coefficient that minimize the sum of squared errors between the predictive value and the actual value, subject to the constraint that limit the size of a constraint. So I told you before that I use lasso regression to predict latitude, that is the destination latitude, and which is further used by the longitude, which is further used to predict longitude. Okay, so what I did is, so with my data set which was provided to me, I didn't make any changes. I used the algorithm that is a lasso regression and find the latitude of the final destination. So this is the simple snapshot of a code, and here it is showing the output of the lasso regression, which is 0.999. That means it is showing that the lasso regression which I use is a quite good fit for my model. Here is the output. As you can see that I am predicting the latitude, and this is my predicted value, and this is the actual values. And you can see that the error rate is very much small. That means my algorithm is working very well. Further about the next algorithm. So when I got this output, I use this output as a data set for my further prediction model. So now I get latitude and latitude start, longitude start, latitude start, and I need to predict the longitude end. So I use this output for the prediction. Then I use on this the XGBoost algorithm. So I'll tell you about XGBoost. What is XGBoost? XGBoost stands for Extreme Gradient Boosting, which is a powerful machine learning algorithm used for regression and classification tasks. Okay, the XGBoost uses the combination of gradient descent and decision tree to iteratively fit models to the task. XGBoost includes built-in regularization techniques such as L1, L2 regularization, and which can help prevent overfitting and improve generalization performance. I told you before that I use XGBoost algorithm to predict longitude, that is the destination end, on the predicted destination latitude dataset. So here is this is a snapshot of algorithm. Actually, in the data IQ, we don't need to write all these algorithm. It will come automatically by selecting the algorithm and a few other features, and it will give us this Jupyter Python code. I put it here to show you the output of the algorithm. So here we can also see that the output is 0.9999. That means our algorithm is very much fit for the model. This is my final output. Here you can see we need to predict the longitude, and this is the actual value, and these are the predicted value. As you can see, they both are very much similar. The relative error is very much small. That means our algorithm is functioning very well. Okay, so in a data IQ, we get this flow chart. So this is the final flow chart which I get after doing all this prediction. So I'll explain you what is it. So first, this is the data set which I imported, which was given to me. Then I use the algorithm and find this prediction of a destination latitude, which I shown you the Jupyter notebook. Then we evaluate. This is on the training set, and then we evaluate on the test data, and we got this final output, which is like this on the latitude data set. Then using this data set, I use the XGBoost algorithm for predicting the destination longitude. This is on the training data set. I shown you the Jupyter Python code for this, and this is on the training set. We evaluate on the test data, and this is the output. And this is the final output. Okay, these are the metrics, latitude metrics, and these are the evaluation store. We don't need to do much of them. Okay, so this is all about the my model. This is the complete model. So now what is the scope of my project? That is future location prediction. There are some where the future location prediction can be useful. A few of them are transportation, emergency response, and healthcare. Transportation, you can see that it can be used to improve efficiency of transportation system, like predicting the traffic flow and optimization routes for delivery services. Emergency response is like if we have the natural calamity, the natural disaster such as earthquake and hurricane, so it helps him to plan the emergency response effort. Healthcare, so it it can be used to predict the spread of infectious disease. These are the future scope of this. They might not be possible right now, but it has a future potential. This future location prediction has these potentials. And with the increasing availability of location data, we can do much in the future. So this is the conclusion. I successfully learned how to use data IQ, which was the task given to me, and develop the future location prediction. And through my task, I learned about lasso regression and XGBoost. So as a newbie, this is my first task. So I learned about the AWS data IQ and other machine. And I'm thankful to data Hackveda for providing me this task. Thank you. So my PPT.
Are you done?
Yes, sir, I'm done.
Okay. So are you from which group?
Okay.
You from which group? Data.
So I'm first March batch intern data engineering. No,
data engineering. Okay, okay, okay. So it was a good presentation. Okay. So what your project was, it makes sense to me. Okay, like what your project is, the future location prediction, how the project is working, that made sense. Explanation was on point, proper flow chart was there, proper the text was there, content was there, but there was little bit too much content in some of the slide. You could have added a point wise thing to make it look not bloated. Okay, other than that, it was good. The content was really good. The flowchart was good. But the thing is, when you are a data engineer, okay, so your main task is to make sure that data makes sense to the viewers. Okay. When I said that I understood what your project is, so I understood what your project is, how it is working. But what the data is and what it is doing, it didn't make sense. You had some data like a big table, it didn't make sense to me. Okay, so your thing is, as a data engineer, when you are working in data, so you are lot of time you are working with lot of sensitive data that you can't show you to your viewers. So it is your job to make sure you present it in such a way that you give a proper introduction to the data, because as a data engineer, it is more important to give introduction to data. It is more important than your own introduction. Okay, because make sure that data makes sense to the users. Okay, I believe that was lacking. Your output was also not good, well explained, and that is simply because you didn't give proper introduction to the data itself. Okay, you had longitude, latitude. Okay, I believe a lot of people who listen to it, they didn't know what this is. Okay, because we know in geography this is the most common thing to know, what is altitude, longitude, but a lot of people don't know. Okay, so make sure that you give what your data is, but don't give too much upon it, because sometimes it may contain a sensitive data. Make sure that your input data makes sense and your output data makes sense. Okay, other than that, you had what you algorithms you learned, but also when you are explaining an algorithm as a data engineer, don't explain the algorithm, explain what it is doing with respect to your model, and what expecting with respect to your input, and what you are getting the output, and why you are using that model. Okay, so we know that you learned the model, but how we will know, how we can verify it? In data engineering, the thing is, see, I have learned data science in my second sem. Okay, so ma'am teacher told me that when you are explaining a model, make sure that you also explain the error and biasness. Okay, and make sure that you explain the model with respect to your data. Like, this is your data. I'm using this model because this is my data, and this is the output I'm getting. Okay, so as a data engineer, that is important. Other than that, as I said, what your project is, I fully understood. Okay, that part was really well done, but the output was lacking somewhere for the expression part. Other than that, it was good because you presented it really well. Okay, so for next time when you are doing some kind of thing, make sure that you give a proper introduction to what your data is, but don't give up too much because it may contain sensitive data. And make sure that when you are explaining a model, you explain the basics, what the model is, but you explain it with respect to how it makes sense to your data. So why you are using this model, because there are a lot of model. Okay, so one model will work better than other. Where as of this time, there are a lot of model being built, there are a lot of being mathematical formulas being built, which is better than the previous one. So why you are using that model with respect to this data? Because sometimes when you have a data, see, in data science there is overfitting and underfitting. Okay, so you have to explain with respect to data, I am using this model, I am using this algorithm, this is working better. So that was somewhere lagging, but other than that, your proper, like, the presentation was proper. It was step by step, properly following the code of conduct. Just one thing is that in, I believe, second slide, you had like what your task was. So there is some image of a bird or something, a mobile phone. Don't add, like, irrelevant images in the PPT. That is not irrelevant to the presentation. Other than that, it was completely fine.
Actually, it is not irrelevant, sir. This bird is the symbol of data IQ.
Okay. So you should,
So-
like, give some kind of introduction to this because it looked irrelevant to at the first glance. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So you can have a text saying data IQ in like mobile phone, then it will look good. Okay, because the design looks different. See, the PPT design has a lines and then this has some triangles and okay, so it did not look good. Other than that, it was good. Okay.
Yeah.
Your overall PPT was good. There was conclusion properly explained, so it was good. Okay. Yeah. Then I will now move to next person. So next is Komal Yadav. I hope your network issue is now solved.
Sir, I am trying to share my screen.
Akshay, can you stop your share screen? Yeah, please now share.
Sir, it's not happening.
Share the screen. There is a
Sir,
share option.
I'm sharing my screen, but it's not opening.
Then I can't do anything. Okay, you have to wait. I will come to you at the last.
Sir, can I give my presentation in the next day?
No, I don't have power to change your date. Please ask the internet. So now we will move to next question without wasting time. Vrushali Nafade. Sorry for pronouncing your name incorrectly. That is the
Yes, sir.
Vrushali. Yeah, please start with the presentation.
Good evening, everyone. I am Vrushali Nafade. I am from AWS DevOps group. Today, I am presenting on configuring reverse proxy using NGINX. In the further slides, we are going to see introduction, like what is proxy server, what is reverse proxy. Then we'll see the steps to configure a reverse proxy, benefits of reverse proxy, and finally conclusion. So what is reverse proxy? A reverse proxy, or we can say a forward proxy, is a server that sits in front of a group of client machines. These are the client machines. When this client machine requests, it will send to the proxy server, and proxy server will forward the request to the server. After getting a response, the servers will forward the response to proxy server, and it will give the response back to the client machine. And Then what is reverse proxy? So reverse proxy is a server that sits in front of one or more web servers intercepting requests from clients. So basically, the difference between forward proxy and reverse proxy is that forward proxy sits in front of client, and reverse proxy sits in front of server side. In reverse proxy, the client server will send a request directly to the reverse proxy, and reverse proxy will send the request to the server. After that, the server will respond to the reverse proxy, and the response will be sent back to the client machines. So the steps to configure a reverse proxy using NGINX. So first step is a prerequisite. First, we'll download Docker Composite, AWS CLI, and Light Cell Control plugins in our system. Then in the second step, we will download all the source code which is required from the GitHub. And third step is a Flash application. So basically, Flash application contain a single function which is hello world, which will be triggered when a route is requested. And finally, we will build a Flash container. We will build a Flash container using Docker. Once the container is built, we will test a container locally. Fourth step is NGINX reverse proxy. NGINX reverse proxy forward all the requests to the Flash application on the port number 5000, and NGINX is on port number 80. And in the sixth step, we will build an NGINX container. To build an NGINX container, we will use a Docker application, and after building NGINX container, we will test both the applications locally. And in the seventh step, we will create a container service using a command create container service. And at the eighth step, for deployment of our application using AWS CLI, we will use a command create container service deployment. And at the end, after deployment, the final stage is cleanup. We will clear all the data containers which we will create. So some of the benefits of RPA are it increases the security of the application. It helps in caching and compressing. It is an application which has single SSL certificate, and it has a central access log for reporting. These are some of the screenshots of my implementation. This is the server which is created, and this is in running stage. And this is final output. It shows hello world. So conclusion, some companies build their own reverse proxy, but this require intensive software and hardware engineering resources, as well as some of the significant investment in physical hardware. One of the easiest and most cost efficient way to reap all the benefits of reverse proxy is by signing up on CDN services. One of the example of CDN is Cloudflare CDN. It provides all the security and operational functionality of reverse proxy. Thank you.
Are you done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so it was a good presentation. Okay, the way you have the thing is what I liked about your presentation is the way you have created your presentation is a really good. Okay, there was some text, but your design didn't make it look like there is a lot of text. Okay, so it was good. The design is good. The content is really good. Okay, expression is also on point. Other than that, it was good. For the conclusion slide, you could have like added a small recap in point wise. Other than that, it was a great presentation, I would say. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for your presentation. So now next person is Komal. Yeah, I want to be able to share. If you can't share, uska, how you will give your presentation? Everyone can share the screen. There is not a problem for other. If it is from your side, then I can't do anything. So next is Saurabh Kumar Singh.
Yes, sir. Can I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello everyone, myself Saurabh Singh in Java group and my batch is 16 February. I can show you PPT. Oh, shit. The screen is visible, sir?
Yes.
And this is my project, Cipher implementation in Java. And my project name is DRDO Cryptography and Crypto Analysis Project. And my content is first introduction, working of code, some examples, diagrams, codes, and output. And introduction of Cipher. It is the simplest and oldest methods of cryptographies. And the Cipher method is based on a monoalphabetic cipher and is also called a shift cipher or additive cipher. Julius Cipher, Julius Caesar used this shift cipher. This means additive cipher technique to communicate with his officers. For these reasons, the shift cipher technique is called the Caesar cipher. The Caesar cipher is a kind of replacement cipher where all letter of plain text is replaced by another letters. And next slide is working of code. The working of principle of the Caesar cipher is it adds alphabets to your plain text. It means the message you want to encode by skipping the number of alphabets you enter as key. Let's look at the step necessary to take in order to this code. First steps, identify the character within the sentence. Second step, find the character's location within the alphabets. Identify that character's location plus key in the alphabets. I explain in coding and step by step. And step 4, build a new sentence using the new characters in place of the original characters. Step 5, repeat until sentence length is reached for loop. And last step, return results. And my next slide is some examples. Let's Caesar cipher, suppose we are shifting with first. Then A will be replaced by B and B will be replaced by C and C will be replaced by D and D will be replaced by C, and this process continues until the entire explained text is finished. Another example, like food. Food can be encrypted as GPP, and this is a first key enter. Where replaced FG O F G, yes sir, where G substitutes for F and P for O and E for D in the message. And this is my diagram, A, D, B, E and C, F. This is 3 key. And this is the code. First, import a scanner, user input, and my class name is Cashier Cipher, and this is a string encrypted, a string text, int position, forward the text to be encrypted, and for loop is available, removing space characters, and conditions, there are conditions, and another use I can use the for loop. This is code. And this is the output. I can see in programming. Right. I can run this code. Let's another example. I can put the message dog and key value is 2. Then value is FQI and the decrypted message is dog and encrypted message FQI because the type the key is 2 and 2 letters are different. D and E, another is showing F. I can next is food. and key value is 1. The encrypted message is GPPE and decrypted message is FOO food. And thank you. It's done, sir.
Okay, so go to your presentation, please.
Okay, sir. Yes.
See, go to the example part.
All right, sir.
See, your overall presentation was good. Okay, I would say.
Yes,
But
this point,
when you are giving an example, okay, so while giving an example, don't like read it from the slide, okay, because examples are used for the your viewers to easily understand what is going on. Okay, you could have done this same example while giving the demonstration. So when you added the food, you can just explain it like when I added the food, this is like my the key, and then now it is I am getting this GPPE, and why you are getting that. That was your example, right? You could have
right,
just easily explained it while giving the demo. Mostly don't try to like omit having examples directly in the PPT from next time onward, because it just makes like your PPT lengthy, and there is like it looks like there is a lot of text. And when you have an example, try to add like diagrams and flowchart. Don't like read it. Okay, that is not a good thing, because see, you have a diagram in your PPT. Okay, but I don't think it was really useful, because I just saw the diagram and then you went to next slide. Okay, don't do that. So from other than that, it was good. I will say, like, as everyone, you also have like lot of text. Okay, you could have like added the flowcharts and diagram to make it like less text lengthy. But other than that, for being your first presentation, it was good. It was okay. Next time, have less text and more diagram flowchart for the better understanding. Okay, the demonstration was good. You followed all the proper code of conduct. It was good. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So next person is Asutosh Pandey. Sir, stop the screen share. So Ashutosh can share.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, I have problem on my laptop, so can I give the presentation on my mobile?
See, it is your choice. However you would like to give. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, share the screen.
Sir, I can't able to share my screens.
What problem are you getting?
So there is a error. I don't know what.
What it should say something. You must be prompted with some kind of text to show what the error.
Unsupported document type.
Unsupport. Then there is not proper application. Download Office or like some PDF viewer or something. If it is a PPTX file, then you have to have Office or some kind of PPT viewer. There is Google PPT. If it is not there, then you can't share it.
Can I give the after the next person?
Yeah, you can. But it is already 9 p.m. I don't think we will be able to continue. But I will go to next person, see what is it, and then we will see. So Ritesh Gupta.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
So my screen is visual, sir.
Yes.
So good evening. My name is Ritesh Gupta. I am from currently I am pursuing BTech from Bansal Institute of Science and Technology. So today I am here to presenting my task. This is seizure cipher. So first of all, this is my PPT. So here a content part. In content we have I am insert some introduction part, working of code, some example, and code and output. So introduction. Seizure cipher. Seizure cipher is one of the oldest method of cryptography, and we can also call shift cipher or additive cipher. Cipher. The seizure cipher technique is one of the earliest and simplest method of encryption technique. It is simply a type of substitution cipher. That is, each letter of a given text is replaced by a letter with a fixed number of positions down in alphabet. So, working of code. The seizure cipher is a simple encryption technique that works by replacing each letter in a message with another letter. There is a fixed number of positions down or up the alphabet. The idea behind the seizure cipher is very simple. Each letter in the message is shifted by fixed number of positions down the alphabet. Here, how it works. Firstly, a code remove space character from the input. If the character is lowercase, then it convert in the uppercase. Otherwise, keep the uppercase character. Shift the current letter of the message with given position on to right. Here some example. Here is some message. We can give some message like Hackveda intern, and shifted position we can give 5. So encrypted message is H become M, A become F, H become C, and P become K, and so on. And here the code. This is encryption code, and this is description code, and this is output. Just this is my code. Hello, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, I am run this project on terminal.
Sorry, what?
My terminal window is visual.
No.
Just a second. Wait. Sir, there.
Now it is.
Sir, now?
Yes, yes.
Here we can give some message like internship. Shifted position we can give like 4. Here the output. I become M. I shifted 4 letter right and become M, and N shifted 4 letter right and become R, and T become X, and like this. And the descriptive message are in uppercase. So, and this is my conclusion. The seizure cipher is easy to implement and understand, but it is also relatively easy to crack using brute force attack or frequently analysis. As a result, it is not secure enough to be used for modern communication. It is not secure in modern communication. However, the Cipher played an important role in the history of cryptography and is still used as a basic building block in more complex encryption algorithm. It also has some practical applications, such as in the field of computer programming, where it can be used to implement simple encryption and decryption routines. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so it was a good presentation overall, I would say. The good thing I like that you actually explained your output. Okay, that was something good. But other than that, I would say that there is some text in your PPT, as like I have said to everyone, try to improve flowchart and diagram.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Other than that, it was good, and you look quite nervous. You actually just
Yes,
read
sir.
some of the slides.
Yes.
You don't have to be nervous. See, there is option to click to add notes. You can add like whatever you want to say in this part. Go in the presentation mode. It will not be visible to anyone. Okay. From next time
Yes,
you
sir.
can do that. Other than that, it was a good presentation, I would say. The PPT is
Yes,
also
sir.
well made.
Because
The design is good. Just
this
some
is my
text is there.
yes, this is my first time, so I'm quite nervous.
Yeah, no problem. From next
Okay.
time, I believe you will be improved.
Okay, yes, I will improve.
Okay, so I have
Thank you, sir.
noted down your name. So
Yes.
so it is already 9 p.m. everyone. So I hope I think we won't be able to continue the today's presentation now. So what I would say is I will note down the people who have raised their hand. I will take their presentation on the 14th March first, and then we will move to like the presentation schedule for that day. You will not be like receive any kind of negative evaluation just because you have not raised your hand today. Just because your presentation was not done today, because I am noting down your name, all the people who have raised their hand. So I can see some name. So I believe there are some people with the device issue. You guys can also give it on the 14th. So I'm noting down just the name. So by the meantime, if you are facing some kind of general issue where you are not getting any email from this, because I saw in the chat box someone saying was saying that they are not receiving the email. So please put it in the chat box if you are not receiving the email or like something problem with your internship. Only those general discussions. Other than that, you can go to common board in progress update, post your general discussion there. But if you are not receiving email or something important is there, please put it in the chat. I will note it down. Okay, so Ashutosh, Ritesh, Vijay, we will take your presentation on 14th. Pradeep, Deep, Pawan, Kumar, Bharti, Sonali, Ayushi, Gauri, Pooja, Rajdeep. We will take your presentation on 14th. You will not receive negative evaluation. Okay, you guys can lower your hand. And Sonali Rajak, you are saying I'm not getting attendance since 5 days. Can you turn your cam on? Yeah, Sonali, please turn your cam on. And is there anyone else not receiving any kind of email from us? If you are having the general discussion for like you have not received the task, then you will receive your task by the 11th. Okay, you can ignore that. If you have not received your task, you will get it by 11th. And but if you are not receiving the attendance file or something, please turn your camera. Sonali, I believe you have given your email in chat, right? Please unmute yourself. I have allowed to unmute. Okay, Sonali, then I have noted down your email. We'll forward it to sir. Is there anyone else left for like having problem with the emails and everything? Then you can put your email in the chat and state what the problem is. If it is not, then other general discussion, please put it in the common board and progress subject, as we will not be able to have general discussion today because of time. So thank you everyone. We'll look into your
Good evening, sir.
presentation. Yeah, Raju.
So Devanshu sir meet में
Sorry, what?
एक्चुअली वो पेड इंटर्नशिप का मेल कब आने वाला है
Put
वो
it in the
पूछने का था
common board.
कॉमन बोर्ड पे ओके सर
Yeah, put it in common board progress update. Okay,
Okay,
if
sir.
then we will continue the presentation on 14th. Thank you for your presentation, everyone. And if you have any kind of general discussion, please put it in common board progress update. So thank you.